Let's start with a truth no one likes to say out loud. Being a great educator isn't enough anymore. You can be the best at explaining GRE quant. You can have the perfect LSAT strategies. But if no one knows you exist online, it's going to feel like you're shouting into a void. Because today, attention is currency, and social media is where people spend it. I've seen so many brilliant teachers, mentors, and exam experts hesitate. They say, oh, tell me I'm not a content creator, or my job is to teach, not to trend, or I don't want to dance on reels. And you know, the good news, you don't have to dance. You don't even have to show your face if you don't want to. But you do have to show up. Let me explain why. Number one, your students are already on Instagram. If you're in the education space, the majority of your audience is in the age group of 16 to 30 years old. And as much as I know, I have rarely met someone in this age group who doesn't use social media. Before they buy a course, before they click your website, they're scrolling. They're saving posts like how to prepare for LSAT in 3 months. They're watching reels on top 5 mistakes to avoid an SAT writing. They're following pages that talk in their language on their platform. If you're not there, you're missing the first touch point, the place where trust begins. And I'm not just saying this because I help educators with their social media. I actually used to be a student who would search for admissions consultants back when I was applying to business school. And let me tell you, the first place I would look out for consultants was Instagram. So if I would trust social media that much, what makes you think other 20-plus-year-olds won't? Number two, you're not just teaching, you're building a brand. When you share knowledge online, something interesting happens. People start associating you with that topic. They say, oh, she's the one who explained logical reasoning so clearly. Or he's the guy who posts those quick GRE math tips every week. And once you become that go-to person, you don't need to chase clients. They will come to you. That's how Instagram turns into lead generation without running a single ad. Number three, it humanizes your teaching. People don't just buy information. They buy from people who feel real, relatable, and credible. Even in a faceless format, your tone, your storytelling, your perspective, all of that builds connection. When you share a post like, here's what I do differently if I had to study for the LSAT all over again, or every SAT student makes this mistake and it costs me 30 points my first time. That's when people will lean in. That's when they'll remember you. Number four, you get instant feedback and community. On Instagram, you don't need to wait until the end of a course to see what's working. You'll get immediate reactions, saves, shares, comments, DMs. You'll learn what your audience wants more of, which concepts confuse them, which hooks pull them in. It's a built-in feedback loop, and it makes you a better educator. Number five, it opens doors you didn't expect. I've seen educators land collaborations, podcast invites, course sales, even edtech partnerships, all because of one post that resonated. Instagram isn't just a platform, it's your portfolio. It's proof of how you think, how you teach, and what you bring to the table. You never know who's watching, but someone is. And that next opportunity might not come from a resume. It might come from a reel. Now look, the platform will keep changing. The algorithm will keep tweaking, but one thing won't change: your ability to help someone, to make a concept click, to give them clarity they didn't have before. So if you're an educator with knowledge to share and value to give, Instagram isn't a distraction. It's a delivery tool. It's where ideas travel, it's where trust begins, and it's where your teaching turns into a brand. You don't need to be an influencer. You just need to be visible. If you need help creating your first few posts, building a content system, or figuring out how to show up without burnout, drop a comment. Let's build something real. Guys, in the next one, bye.